As we've been seeing in more recent months, and really since the Bruin decision, gun controllers are getting more and more creative in the ways they try to skirt around pro-gun laws. Now, in the wake of Louisiana becoming a constitutional carry state, New Orleans is taking a new, even more creative approach that is honestly impressive. The city has decided that the police station in the heart of the French Quarter will now be designated as a school in order to turn as much of the area as possible into a gun-free zone. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Bonus points in bullshit bingo to LaToya Cantrell down in New Orleans for this creative approach to banning guns in part of her city, though it won't be quite the workaround that she thinks it is. But before I get into the details on that, since we just had the 4th of July, I'd like to tell you about something else that just screams America. And that, my friends, is a subscribe and save ammo delivery service. Seriously, I love this. I found out recently about Ammo Squared, which is a company that will deliver your ammo on a set schedule or on demand when you need it, like an Amazon of ammo. It is a budget-friendly way to stock up, and you can spend as much or as little as you want. You just pick your calibers, set your budget, and a shipping trigger, and that is it. They do the rest for you. They will even store it for you for free until you decide you want it. You technically don't even have to buy full boxes at a time. Say that you only want to dump $3 a month or $1 a month or whatever your budget allows. You can do that and set it to ship when you have 10 boxes worth, or again, whatever number you choose. Very flexible. It is like an ammo savings account, perfect for if you need ammo but also need to stick to a small budget. They've already shipped out over 65,000 Freedom Pounds a year for the last 9 years, which frankly makes me shocked that I had never heard of them until recently. But I thought the idea was so brilliant and American that I thought that you should know too. So there ends my little public service announcement, and back to this ridiculous plan. Lawmakers have refused to turn the tourist destination into a flat-out gun-free zone. Mayor Cantrell and Police Superintendent Ann Kirkpatrick lobbied the legislature for exemption, and all they got was increased penalties for people carrying while drunk and stop-and-frisk policies, allowing the police to stop and search anyone they believe might be carrying illegally. I really wanted to say that all they got was this lousy t-shirt for some reason. Well, and I guess now I just said it, so okay, moving on. Naturally, this wasn't enough. So now the gun controllers have announced that the NOPD will now designate its 8th district station in the heart of the French Quarter a vocational technical school. Okay. That means that now everything within 1,000 feet of the station, school, wink wink, will be a gun-free zone. This takes up a pretty big part of the French Quarter, and notably sections of it that the police have focused on with patrolling for guns before. The bureaucrats involved said that the move was necessary, as constitutional carry will jeopardize the safety of the French Quarter. City Council member Helena Moreno said during a press briefing that it was necessary because legislators, the people who are supposed to be beholden to the people and enact the will of the people, wouldn't grant the exceptions. They had told Moreno and the anti-gunners that there were already enough gun-free zones in the city. So, naturally, Moreno, the mayor, the parish attorney, and the police superintendent decided that they knew what was best and they knew better than the people, regardless of what the people and state legislators had decided. Because that's what we pay them for? But there are a few snags in their plan. First, it's not immediately clear what's actually required to be considered a technical school in Louisiana. As of right now, the school consists of a single classroom that the police are calling a training academy for new recruits. The only classes they're offering are ones that train officers in the new constitutional carry law. The NOPD has also made this class mandatory for all officers, and it's supposed to teach them new ways to stop and arrest people under constitutional carry, such as, for example, arresting people for not having their weapon holstered properly. There is no holstering requirement in the constitutional carry law, though it's probably good practice, but the class teaches officers that this should be considered negligent carrying and therefore an arrestable offense. So giddy up! And don't let the police catch you with your trigger showing. Feel like there's a joke there too, but moving on. There are no classes for the general public, no other topics, and class isn't being held all the time, so it's unclear whether or not this actually falls under official definitions, and if it did, well, then that puts part of the police station under the jurisdiction of the Board of Supervisors of Community and Technical Colleges. Also not sure how that works, but so far, it's a school in name only, which means approximately nothing. Even if they can successfully argue the school designation, Louisiana has tons of exemptions to their gun-free school zone laws, including people with a concealed carry permit. There are also exemptions for people carrying on private property, in a private residence, or in their car. So all this will really do is make the city spend money on fancy signs that may or may not be applicable, and making the law more confusing for residents or tourists just trying to live their lives. Which, come to think of it, is basically all that government does ever. The state's constitutional carry law went into effect on July 4th, though a citywide ordinance against carrying without a permit doesn't technically expire until August 1st. It will be interesting to see who, if anyone, challenges this new school designation and the media and court field day that will follow. If that happens, I will be sure to let you know because I think that I will be very, very amused by it. All right, folks, I am recording this right now on a Friday night, 7 minutes before 8:30, so you know what that means if you have been here a long time. I am late for signing in to D&D, so I will make this outro short, and yes, I am so super cool for playing Dungeons & Dragons. I know. So, you guys know the drill for all of the algorithm things. Please do them, and as always, thanks for tuning in, and happy shooting. Now I'm gonna go roll some dice.